I mean, my biggest thing is you don't want to end up with regret.
I got to admit that I'm like afraid to make that jump to like be committed to something that's like other than my job. I mean, I make six figures, I do a good living. I know you always say, "Oh, do what you love." I like what I do, but it's not what I love. How do you tell someone to make that jump to commit to something? You know what I mean?
Life's about choices, right? And so like you're choosing money over your happiness. You're saying, I make a good living, I'm making six figures, I don't love it, and I'm not willing right now mentally to make the jump into making less money around something I like more.
Okay.
My question becomes why? Like, what the fuck are you buying that's so interesting? You know, like, to me, I think money catches people off guard and doesn't put them in the best position for happiness. You're so young.
Yeah.
Your ability to go get a job, you know, that is in that same sector or industry for a different company that lets you make that same level of money is most likely gonna be there. You know, yes, to me, I'm uncomfortable with people that cherish the dollar because I think there's unhappiness under that. Now, if you're lucky enough to love what you do and that allows you to make dollars, but at this young of an age, why not try to do something you love?
Right. But why not struggle now with money and like what you do, and then in 10, 15 years, love what you do and hang out, you know what I mean? How do you fight that urge?
If you like it enough, like the way you just painted the picture now, you said you like it. Like if you like, then if you're not unhappy, then I'm always comfortable. I'm very worried about people deeply unhappy, deeply sad. On the flip side, that's just choices. Like, you know, I by nature am not scared. Okay. I'm not scared to go 140,000 to 80,000 because I'm more scared to not do something I'm curious about. To me, it's the process than the dollar amounts. I think most people are reversed. Thus, for me, the scenario you paint, I mean, is there something you have that you're super passionate about?
I love video games, but I mean, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, let's be honest with you. Look at how many people are around here. I'm not gonna be the next Ninja, the next Tifu. I mean,
well, guess what? I love football, but I'm not gonna be the next fucking Joe Montana.
Right.
Like, you could be I'm here because I'm a part owner of a team. Now, forget all that, but like, you could be in the marketing of, you could be in the content creation of, you could be an agent for the players. There's a lot of places you could go within this industry.
Yeah. The problem is, and I don't want to make an excuse. I know you say, oh, you're going to call all my excuses. But I grew up with, I'm not going to take it, but I grew up in a lifestyle that was like money, 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 money. So now I'm all about money, 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 money. So I make six figures and I make a good living, but I'm all right with it. But I don't want to be. I'm not like, I don't wake up every day. I'm like, yes, I get to go to fucking work every day. I get to fucking, I get to strive at this. It's like, I make six figures. Yeah, I like what I do. I'm a welder. I love welding, but what I do for a living is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I grew up money, like my dad died when I was a young age, so my mom always threw at me like, oh, you gotta make money, and so that's like drilled into my head.
I respect that. Look, I think you're young enough to try multiple things.
Okay.
You know? Here's my point. You go and try and do something and it doesn't work. My intuition is there's a job around the same income level available out there for you.
Yeah.
I mean, my biggest thing is you don't want to end up with regret.
Right.
You know?
And I've had a lot of regret in my life, so I know what it is.
You're a youngster. I mean, look, you could also save money so much so that you have a year's worth of salary and then give yourself a year. So maybe you save so much money, you go really hardcore, right? Like really hardcore.
Really hardcore.
Save everything, no more $9 drinks, right? Like real hardcore. I mean, you're with your buddy, but like you go real hardcore, save, and then give yourself a year to fucking try. But I think you need to have, you have to have a good sense of what you want to do. Now, the video game thing excites me because this industry hasn't even fucking started.
Oh, God.
There are agents to be had, there are podcasts to be started, there's merchandise companies to be built. Build the fucking real tree of esports.
I bought a hat.
That's
I
right.
bought a $38 fucking hat.
Fuck. Less buying that, more saving those dollars to then you be the company that sells it if you love it, if you're curious, if you want to scratch that itch.
Okay, that makes sense.
Or it can be a side hustle. One of the things that could happen is you could do a side business that you start, that you do side on the side, and then after 18 months, it gets to such a meaningful place, it gives you the courage to jump.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
all right.